Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and if you are new, welcome. This video is a part of the Spring Forward DIY challenge, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, but let's just jump right in. This is my inspiration for DIY number 1, and I'm using this canvas I got from Walmart. And this entire video is on using Dollar Tree calendar pages, right? So I'm using 2 sheets, and I had two of these calendars, so I'm using 2 sheets, and I printed out the words "Spring breathes new life into the world." So here I'm cutting out the flowers from the 2 sheets, and then I remove the centerpiece that says "Be Fearless." I don't need that. And after I cut those out, I then cut them down further into smaller pieces. And I'm just laying them down on the top as well as the bottom of the canvas, making sure I'm covering all the little spaces. Now I did it this way because, as you saw, it was circular, and so I had to do it that way. So once I got them all cut out and placed down how I needed them to be glued, I'm using this glue stick from Dollar Tree and trimming off the excess. And whatever little pieces were hanging over in some parts, I just snip those off and glue them down on the inside. So here I have both the top and the bottom glued down somewhat, and now I'm going in with some Mod Podge. And once I put the Mod Podge down, I am going to use my Podge down. I use the mini heat press to just secure that a little bit more. Now this part is optional, you don't have to do that. If you can get it all glued down without the heat, then that's fine. And then I took the sanding block and I just sanded off the excess. Now here is the word that I printed out. Now this I had done for another DIY that is coming up on Friday. So I printed out the words as you saw there, and then I traced them using the furniture marker on the water slide decal, and then cut them apart, laid them down how I wanted them. And here I'm transferring the words onto the canvas. So I soaked that into some water for about 30 seconds, and then just damp off the excess water and then slide the paper from underneath. And I did that for all the pieces. Now after I did that, now I'm going over with some Mod Podge, and this is just to seal it. And I'm using the sponge because, you know, the brush would have caused abrasion, and I don't want that. Because it took me a long time to work on this. I don't know why I went the hard route, but I did. I then made a bow, little finger bow. The Brenda, this very same Brenda in this collaboration, watched her made her finger bow. I'll leave her link to that video that I saw her do that in the description box below. And I got these butterflies from Dollar Tree. The back part is cardboard and the top is like plastic. So I removed the sticky part from the back and glued that on. And then I just added a piece of string at the back, and this is done. This is a Spring Forward DIY challenge hosted by Chantel from Crafty Hints, Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, and Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. Now these ladies are very talented, I must tell you, so you have to check their channels out. I will leave links to all the host channels as well as the playlist in the description box below, so be sure to check them out after you get done watching my video. Now we're moving on to DIY number 2. Now this is one of the love sign I picked up from Dollar Tree. for their Valentine season. And my initial intention was to just paint out this section, the heart. So you see I applied some Mod Podge over that and then dried it, and then I applied some paint. Now let me tell you, my idea was just to paint that over and that would be it. But of course, that wasn't the case. Now this is not the MDF board, it's cardboard. So I tried to remove the paint and that didn't work. Before I found out it was cardboard, I said let me try and soak off the paper that was on top. Alright, so the napkin on here did not work. As you can see, this is paper. So my idea of using the damp paper towel to remove the top layer of the paper turns out to be cardboard under there, so I had to scrap that idea. So here I used some mixed paint I had used for another project a few months ago, and this is what I had left of it. So I painted the frame off camera, and now I am adding some Mod Podge just to protect the paint. I then dried that, and now I'm taking my calendar sheet and I'm using an embossing tool to just perforate where I need to cut off. And then once I got that done, I took the scissors and removed the edges or the excess. And then I'm going to glue that down. Now I chose to use the Mod Podge instead of the stick glue, but I think I should have gone with the stick glue, and you'll see in a little bit. So I applied the Mod Podge and I used the brush to just cover that area, and then I place a sheet over that. And then use my scraper tool to smooth that out and to force out any bubbles that may have been underneath. So here now I use the glue stick, and this is where I realized that I should have used the glue stick in the beginning, but anyway, I got that done. And then now I'm going to use the heat press to just secure everything in. Now, if this is optional if you don't have an heat press, or if you don't have a heat press, that's fine. And then I'm taking this burlap trim or burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I cut off a piece, and that is just to cover the bottom part that there was no calendar sheet. Here I go again with my little finger bow. I'm just loving Brenda, thank you for sharing that tip. All right, so I made my little finger bow, and then I decided this needed something else, so I took the jute cord and I'm just going around the border or to further embellish, and then flip that over, replace the string for hanging, and that's done. And now we're on to DIY number 3. Now this is a piece of scrap wood that I have. So it was already white, so I just gave it one coat of white paint just to spruce it up a little bit. And then I cut a piece of burlap that I used for another project that's coming out in my next video on Friday. So I just removed the little strings from this piece of burlap, and here is another sheet from the calendar that I cut one panel from the side, and I am going to glue that on using the same glue stick as well as some hot glue. Welcome again. Here on my channel I do budget-friendly DIYs of all kinds, which take the forms of dupes, look for less, thrift flips, and sometimes when the opportunity presents itself, I'll do Dollar Tree shopping hauls. If you love budget-friendly content like this and you have not yet subscribed, I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. And also be sure to like and share this video. It helps YouTube to suggest my videos to more viewers like yourself. And of course, leave me a comment down below because I enjoy reading your comments. Now, after I have glued on that, I applied a little Mod Podge just for sealant. I decided, oh, this needs a little bit more embellishment. So I took my gold marker and I just apply a little thin border. These are Scrabble tiles from Dollar Tree. I picked out the word spring, and here I'm just trying to decide, do I need them at the top or do I need it on top of the burlap? And then I decided, okay, it looks better on top of the burlap. So I glued that down, made another bow again, and of course again I said this needed something else. It's just too plain without some flowers. So I had this pick, this bouquet of flowers. I found these two little yellow petals. I trimmed those down, glued them on, and then glued the ribbon in the middle. And to cover up the writing or the spray paint at the back of the board, I decided to cover that with a piece of brown paper. Sand off the excess. This is a little piece that I cut off 45-degree angle from another piece of the scrap wood that I use for mini houses, and I just glued that at the back for this little frame to stand, and that's done. Now we're on to the final reveal. Now here they are. I absolutely love this little sign. Now guys, let me know which one of these today was your favorite. And don't forget to check out the host channels, that's Chantel, Brenda, and Amanda, as well as the playlist down in my description box below. If you love, like I said, budget-friendly content like this and you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. It's free and it will help my channel to grow. So YouTube can recommend this video and videos like this to viewers like yourself. And if you love budget-friendly DIYs, I suggest this video right here and this mega playlist. And be safe until my next one. Catch you then. Bye.